my name is Whit. I am a second-year undecided student, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hi, I'm Tammy. I'm a second-year student double majoring in Operations Supply Chain and International Studies, and I'm from Taylorsville, Utah.
Hi everyone, my name is Marley. I'm a third-year business student, and I'm from Kaneohe, Hawaii.
And we are answering some
Commonly asked questions.
I would say that students don't really need a car on campus. Personally, I didn't have a car. I took the TRAX a lot, which is like the Utah's public transport. It's really good because you can use your student ID to get on for free, as well as the bus. And then you can connect like from the TRAX to the Front Runner.
My first year was last year, and I did not bring a car on campus, and I'm from all the way on the East Coast in North Carolina. I found it really easy to use the public transportation in Salt Lake City and the shuttles here on campus to get me anywhere I needed. So I didn't need one.
But if you do have a car, there's lots of like opportunities, like in terms of parking passes, to be able to park on campus.
My first year, I had a car just because I was working a lot off campus, and for my job, I needed a car. But I think like for a majority of students, especially first years, just like learning the area and things like that, our public transportation system is amazing here in the Salt Lake Valley. And then we have free campus shuttles as well, so a car is definitely not necessary.
Campus is really safe. We have our own university police department.
I'd say that it's pretty safe. I have a pretty bad habit of like going on walks in the dark, especially upper campus where I stayed my first year. But our UPD does a great job at like fast respond times and like just being there to help out. And then campus is greatly lit at night as well. Lots of resources here on campus for like worst case scenario if anything were to happen as well.
Yeah, so I would say the two biggest things that pop up for me are the blue lights. We have a lot of emergency blue lights all around campus and on the main walkway areas. And then another thing that we have, what Tammy mentioned, the UPD, they have a 24-hour service that they'll escort students to their car. So basically, you can contact them whenever you want in the day, and someone will come out and escort you to your car somewhere on campus. So I think we've got a lot of options to make campus very safe.
Another great campus resource that we have here would be Safe Ride. It's run through our commuter services, I believe, and basically from the hours of 6 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., students are able to basically call like an Uber, but only around campus grounds to basically drive them everywhere. It's a great resource to use, especially like for students who don't have a car on campus and need to get from one side of campus to the other. And when it's dark and campus shuttles have stopped running, it's super safe.
Personally, I like to go eat. They have a lot of sushi restaurants as well as like Korean barbecue, which I personally love.
I really enjoy the mountains, going skiing. I take a lot of times, I'll take the train down, and then there's a ski bus that takes you right up to the canyons. And that's all kind of in the Salt Lake area. No more than 30 minutes away from campus.
Just the nightlife over here is really nice, as well as like checking the outdoors and going on adventures and things like that.
Near campus, we have like the Big U that students can hike up to, or Ensign Peak is really pretty. One of my favorite places is Tunnel Springs to watch the sunset or the sunrise. And then out a little bit further outside of Salt Lake City would be like the Salt Flats, which is a huge like picturesque place that a lot of students really like to go to. And then again, public transportation can take you all over the Salt Lake Valley, so we have a ton of things going on in neighboring cities as well. I feel like my first year of college, it was really rough finding a balance between school and social life and like working and things like that. But I'd say that time management is so important.
I would say finding that balance is kind of depending on how you create your schedule. I usually try to make a lot of my classes during the day so I can focus on homework at night and then balance my social life with that.
For me, the best way to separate school and social life has been just looking at all of the resources on campus. It doesn't really matter what day of the week it is, there's always something going on. So for me, I would block myself off from Monday to about Thursday, Friday morning-ish. And then from the weekend on, it was doing campus activities, Friday night hike, Crimson nights, anything that I could go out and be with friends and meet people and just be in a social environment. So that was a good way for me to separate the school and the academics to the social. A really good thing for me, especially being an out-of-state student who also decided not to bring a car on campus, was having my bike. I could basically bike anywhere from the top of campus down and go to any of my classes, which made it really helpful to get around. And then also, if I needed to get into Salt Lake City or go to the grocery store or basically anything, and I didn't want to use tracks, I could hop on my bike, and I'd say I probably didn't even need a pedal. I could just head straight down the hill. It was really perfect. So I'd recommend bringing a bike. The school has a lot of storage options for bikers too. So it's a really good option available.
I'd say like a really good pair of snow boots and a thick coat, because walking around campus in the winter, especially like during spring semester, during the beginning part of spring semester, Utah does get a lot of snow, and like U does a great job at shoveling the walkways and things like that, but just to be safe and like really going out anywhere around the Salt Lake Valley, a good warm coat is amazing, and then snow boots as well. I started the beginning of my semester without snow boots, and there were a lot of regrets there.
I would say the best idea for coming to the U and being in Utah in general is to just be prepared for all the seasons. You'll have hot, you'll have cold, you'll have a little bit of in between, but we really do get every single season.
The weather is nice. Personally, I'm from Hawaii, so it is very dry out here, but it's so beautiful with the mountains and everything.
One experience I had this season was it went from 80 degrees one day to the very next day it was snowing and sticking and just everywhere.
Here in Utah, we use Mountain Standard Time, so just keep that in mind when you're coming here, especially like for travel or when you live here. Just change your clocks, make sure your alarms are set to the right times.
Yeah, I think just taking like a couple days to rest and kind of reset really helps a lot.
As an out-of-state student, I experience whenever I go home, I get a little bit jet lagged, no matter how long or how short the trip. And I would just say it's just a thing of getting used to it. Like, everyone's going to experience jet lag. It's something that your body just does naturally. And some really good things that have helped me is just kind of understanding how the jet lag affects me and just preparing like, hey, I may be a little more tired this day, or hey, I might feel like waking up super early this day. Maybe I can set a little bit of a later alarm, and just figuring out how your body adjusts and then adjusting to it.